very much for joining us today, Jonas from Straeten. I just wanted to ask a couple of questions. Does the energy sector offer business models for development in countries of the Global South?
It definitely does. So we're currently getting away from the thought that energy provision has to be necessarily linked to governments and to the state. But since we're discovering that much more decentralized approaches are needed to provide energy to the 1.3 billion people worldwide who are not connected to the grid, it becomes more and more interesting for small and medium enterprises and for small and medium providers of energy. So it is a huge untapped market, I think.
That's very interesting. So what type of challenges do SMEs face in this industry sector, this energy sector?
Well, the biggest challenges are actually, first of all, building up the right distribution chains to reach all customers, bringing down, or no, let me tell you first, providing the right services to provide the right quality, because the crucial thing is to really do good quality assurance to your customers. And then the question is, how can you bring down the transaction costs for providing this kind of services, because your customers usually live really remote, so it is expensive to go to them, to do maintenance, to do all kinds of services, but these services are crucial. So this makes your business models quite, or your cost increases your cost a lot. So you got to find a solution for that, and there are solutions out there. For example, using mobile technology. Using products that are very well adapted to the specific context. So yeah, that's the challenges you probably face when you work in this area.
Okay, so what are then on the other side? What are the advantages that SMEs have in the industry sector?
Well, one advantage, of course, is that energy is something everyone needs, and one advantage is that you are actually competing with extremely expensive uses of energy. If you provide solar energy as a solution, it competes with prices as high as €2, €3, €4 per kilowatt hour when people use kerosene for lighting, when they go somewhere to charge their car batteries, when they just use candles. So we're actually facing a situation where the poorest people in the world, they pay the highest prices for energy. And because of this, there is a big market, and you have a big chance to implement even renewable technologies, which are still more expensive than, for example, grid electricity in Germany. So that's the big potential for you, and that's the market which you can address.
I understand. And just finally, what is your view on this symposium on the coexistence of nature, economics and society as a sustainable economic development?
Well, for me it's just amazing to see like this international group of young people dealing with the question on where do I put my resources in, where do I put my intelligence in, and not to put it in the, let's say, the big global companies, the big players, but putting it in the development of small and medium enterprises in this field. And this is something amazing to see for me, because that's probably one of the biggest challenges, to get the smart people on our side, on the side of small and medium enterprises, and not on the side of the big companies that pay a lot of well, but in terms of sense making, what we discussed a little below, maybe we have a little bit the advantage.
Thank you very much for answering our questions today.